The clock struck midnight, its chime echoing through the sterile halls of the morgue. I leaned back in my chair, the cold metal of the armrest biting into my skin as I struggled to keep my eyes open. The fluorescent lights flickered overhead, casting a sickly glow that only heightened my sense of unease. I had taken this night watch job at the county morgue to pay off some debts, but as I sat there, surrounded by the dead, I began to wonder if I had made a grave mistake. The air was thick with the scent of antiseptic and something that clung to the back of my throat and made it hard to breathe. I glanced around the room, my gaze falling on the rows of stainless steel drawers that housed the bodies. Each one was a silent testament to a life once lived, now reduced to a mere collection of bones and flesh. I shivered, pulling my jacket tighter around me. It was supposed to be an easy night, just me and the stillness of the morgue. The only sounds were the hum of the refrigeration units and the occasional creak of the building settling. But as the hours dragged on, I couldn't shake the feeling that I wasn't alone. I had heard stories from other staff members, whispers about strange occurrences during night shifts. They spoke of shadows flitting across the walls, of bodies moving in their drawers, and of whispers that echoed through the cold corridors. I had dismissed them as mere tales meant to scare newcomers, but now I found myself questioning everything. A sudden noise broke through my thoughts, a soft thud coming from one of the drawers. My heart raced as I turned my head toward the sound, straining to hear over the pounding in my chest. It was probably just my imagination, I told myself, or maybe a loose piece of equipment shifting in the cold. But then it came again, a distinct knock, followed by a muffled sound that sent chills racing down my spine. I stood up slowly, my legs trembling as I approached the nearest drawer. My breath caught in my throat as I reached for the handle, half expecting it to fly open and reveal a corpse sitting upright, grinning at me. I hesitated, my hand hovering above the cold metal. What if it was just a trick of my mind? What if it was nothing? But curiosity gnawed at me like a hungry beast. With a deep breath, I pulled open the drawer. The fluorescent lights flickered again, casting eerie shadows across the room. Inside lay a body covered by a white sheet. It was still and lifeless, just as it should be. But then, I noticed something strange. The sheet was slightly askew, as if someone had moved it. Get a grip, I muttered to myself. You're just tired. I closed the drawer firmly and stepped back, forcing myself to focus on something else. The clock ticked loudly in the silence, each second stretching into eternity. I returned to my chair, trying to shake off the unease that clung to me like a shroud. Minutes passed, and just as I thought I could relax, the sound came again. A soft knock, followed by a low whisper that seemed to seep through the walls themselves. Help me, please. My heart stopped. The voice was faint, but unmistakable, filled with desperation and fear. It was coming from one of the drawers. I jumped up again, adrenaline coursing through my veins. Hello?
Show yourself.
I called out,
Is someone
my
there?
voice shaky. Is someone there? Silence answered me,
Help me.
thick and suffocating. My instinct screamed at me to run, to escape this place, but something held me there, rooted to the spot. Help me.
Help me.
The voice came again, clearer this time, but still hauntingly weak. I approached the drawer where I had heard the voice, my hands trembling as I reached for the handle once more. This time, I didn't hesitate. I yanked it open with all my strength. My breath quickened as I pulled back the sheet. What lay beneath was not what I expected. The face was pale and gaunt, eyes sunken deep into their sockets. It was a woman. She looked as though she had been here for days, maybe weeks. Help me.
Help me, please.
She rasped again, her voice barely above a whisper. I stumbled back, horrified. You're dead, I shouted, panic rising in my chest. You can't be alive. But she lifted her hand slowly, reaching out toward me with trembling fingers. Please, help me. What do you want? I stammered.
What do you want?
Get me out.
Get me out, she pleaded, her voice cracking like dry leaves underfoot. I can't stay here. I glanced around the morgue, my mind racing. What could I do? If she was truly dead, but how could she speak? How could she even move? Without thinking, I grabbed her wrist and felt for a pulse. To my shock, there was one, a faint thrum beneath her cold skin. She wasn't dead. She was
Hold on,
alive.
I'll get you out!
Hold on, I'll get you out. I turned and sprinted toward the door leading to the main hallway, but as I reached for the handle, it wouldn't budge. Panic gripped me as I twisted and pulled with all my strength. "Help me," she cried again from behind me, her voice laced with fear. "Just hold on," I shouted back desperately. I turned around to face her again, but what met my gaze sent icy dread coursing through my veins. The woman's face had changed, her features twisted into something grotesque and unrecognizable. Her eyes were wide with terror, but devoid of humanity. I stumbled back in horror, colliding with one of the other drawers. "Help me," she screeched.
Why?
I dashed toward another exit, the emergency
Help
exit at the
me.
far end of the hall, and yanked on its handle with all my might. It swung open with a loud crash. As I stepped outside into the cool night air, I started the engine and sped away from that cursed place without looking back. Thank you for joining us for today's spine-chilling episode. We hope you enjoyed these haunting tales and found them as captivating as we did. If you liked what you saw, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more eerie stories. Stay tuned for our next adventure.